Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League. And don't look now, but the Tundras are sitting at 2-0. It wasn't the prettiest of wins against the Foresters in the series opening sweep, but we got the win, and that's all that matters. And as you can see, our bullpen helped us out quite a bit with Ellen Booth and Holden Stiffbottom getting the win in both of those games. But let's head out to Game 3. I do want to make sure that I can get this video recorded quickly, as I have been really busy and falling a bit behind. So now I am recording on the day that I'm planning to drop this video. So appreciate all of you for bearing with me, but I have been struggling to keep up with my schedule that I'm setting for myself. But I will keep trying to get these out as often as I possibly can. So let's go ahead and get into the matchup. We'll have Blue Hogwash, who we just recently signed, coming to the coming to the mound for the Tundras. And I think I already set this lineup. I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. Of course, what I'd really like to see is Dennis Shoei get out of that tense mojo and hopefully get himself maybe locked in. But we'll see how that goes. I am pretty happy with this. I said that we have the lineup set. First home game of the year against the Chompers, a pretty intense rivalry we have with them over the last couple of years, even through our struggles. When we have found success, unfortunately, they have been in our way. So they're sitting at 0-2. It doesn't mean I don't expect them to still be competitive. And it is always nerve-wracking when we play against this team. So we'll see if Blue has anything left in the tank as an aging vet. Maybe we can capitalize. Wixit, the only player in their lineup who's locked in right now. Batting .667 with 1 home run and 2 RBIs through, I imagine, 2 games. And he sends one to deep center field, but it is going to hang up for Zeke Price. Sounded loud off the bat, but it didn't carry for very long.
Number 70,
Rasmussen comes up. Left fielder batting .200, no home runs, no RBIs. 2 defensive traits, 1 good, 1 bad, with magic hands and wild thrower. And Blue Hogwash is going to be a really interesting player on the team as she gives up a base hit to left field corner. Bounces right off the wall, gets to it quickly, and right after getting rid of the wild thrower trait, he dirts a throw to the cutoff man. Luckily, it was right to him. But what a way to get that thing started there. Now Edison Fair comes up with a runner on first and 1 out. You see Valencia is locked in behind the plate with that arm touching 100 right now. And Blue with a nice curveball catches the corner. 0-2 count to Fair. And a grounder quickly to Guevara. He turns to Shoei to Rubio, and that's going to end the inning. So a great start for Hogwash. Gets a fly out, a base hit, and a double play. Facing the minimum in the first inning. And now we'll see Aiden Rubio, who had a coming out party of sorts in the last game. He went 3 for 3. Had a couple of stolen bases, had a home run, and he scored the game-winning run on a sacrifice bunt, and he laces one to center field, and it's going to get cut off by Henson, who's tense. I didn't know if he was going to get to it in time. Rubio is held to a single. I absolutely thought that that was going to be an extra base hit right off the bat. It slowed down quite a bit as it headed to that gap. Now Zeke Price comes up. Average sitting at 286. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and they throw a pitch out to start. If this game gets close, as that ball gets away, and with the speed of Rubio, he is advancing to scoring position very easily. If we get into a close game here, Vern Friendly has Tier 3 choker, so we'll see that play a detrimental impact to him if the pressure gets high. And Zeke Price, who has been very patient at the plate in his young career, works another walk. I think that's been something he's been doing a lot. So we'll have 2 on with great speed. And we're already in a high-pressure situation, so choker activates right out of the gate. Jacques Dennis gears up for that off-speed pitch, and he whiffs right through it. Jacques has been quiet. Ball gets away. This one stays close to Drake. Don't know whose fault these are. Runners take off on a double steal. Throw down to third in time as Rubio gets caught stealing third base. That's questionable. And Jacques Dennis, who was batting .333 but with no home runs and no RBIs yet, swings through strike 3. It's a really ugly at-bat for him. And just like that, we had 2 on and nobody out. Now we have 1 on and 2 outs as Port Guevara sends one to deep center field. That one's up against the wall. And aiming is Henson, who's tense. And Guevara gets his 2nd home run of his career into one of the deepest parts of the park. That one goes 432. His 2nd home run and 3rd RBI. And he gets locked in as we take a 2-0 lead. 2 down, and Brock Valencia comes up. You're going to see both Ace Exterminator, which is Tier 1, activate, and you'll see the Tier 3 contact versus righties trait. So both hitting attributes are sitting at or above 100. 2-0 count, as Friendly is tense now. Gets a strike there. Valencia swings to strike 2. 2 outs, yeah. Full count here. And Valencia, who's locked in, will stay locked in as he pulls one down the left field line, gets past the diving third baseman, and Rasmussen will hold him to a single. But Valencia has been looking great to start the early season here. This is a guy that needs to get going. Both him and Dennis right now have been the ones holding us back. That's a gift of a strike there for Friendly, who's struggling in this inning. And he gets a strike 2 on the swing from Shoei. A ground ball off the glove of Friendly. We'll see who can get there first. McMillan can't make the play. And hustling down the first baseline, Shoei will reach on an infield single. His first hit with the Tundras. And now Caden Carson will come up, batting 250, the number 7 hitter. He hasn't had a lot of at-bats as he's been replaced late in the innings by Patrick Beal with the clutch trait. Whiffs through strike 2, 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuce is wild and strike 3 swinging. Carson goes down. Missed opportunity to capitalize, but we do score 2 on a 2-run shot from Port Guevara at a dead center field. That was a moonshot, by the way, too. That one just got really high and carried for a long time. Tough start to the second here for Hogwash. She goes up against Joshua Splits with Tier 1 rally starter. Great hitter here. Ball misses outside, 2-1 count. Very curious to see how far Blue makes it in this game. And how well she pitches for us. Attributes are pretty decent. As Splits one pulls one down the left field line, tailing into the corner. Will it stay fair? Off the foul pole. Oh, Joshua Splits gets really lucky right there. And another moonshot. That one goes 344. And Blue gives up her first run here at Stade Royale. And this is the Chompers. They don't stay down for long. Benson Drake batting 600 will come up. The catcher had a couple of passed balls or wild pitches, don't know which, but has struggled to corral the baseball behind the plate. Seems like he's been doing fine at the plate, and there's another base hit for him, so not a good start to the second. Hogwash has given up 2 hits, a home run and a single.
Number 3, Gene Fitzpatrick.
Gene Fitzpatrick comes up, batting 143, no home runs, no RBIs. DHing today. I'd love another double play. And that might be what we get here as Guevara has to hurry. Shoei turns, dirts the throw to first, and Rubio with a nice scoop, but the runner down the first baseline will reach safely on the fielder's choice. I think he loses mojo as well. He does. And now Serge Tedson comes up. 500 on the season, no home runs, no RBIs. Swings at the first pitch and misses. A slow grounder to Shoei. Shoei goes to second. That's the only play, but they get the lead runner. Good turn and throw from Dennis at second, as he seems to be syncing up really well with Port Guevara. And now here's our former Tundra second baseman, Jagger McMillan. Hitless on the year. Still great contact rating, but really low power. Great speed over at first base with 2 outs. Runner takes off on the hit and run, and it's sent to left field, but it's going to hang up for Amos, get wrecked. That'll end the inning, and we're going to go 8-9-1 into the bottom of the second. A home run from Joshua Splits brings it to a 2-1 lead for the Tundras, and we're looking to try and add to that lead. Amos sitting at 200 average on the season. Way late on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. And he pulls this one into left field past the diving Tedson. Leadoff man aboard. And with Amos up, here comes Emily Mendez. Emily, way overdue. Hitless still. Vern Friendly is still tense, about to throw his 30th pitch. And she chases out of the zone. I know she's a bad ball hitter, but she needs to make contact at least. It's got to be close enough for that. She gets that one and fouls it straight back. It's a 1-2 count. And she takes strike 3. She was very unsure there. You could see the hesitancy in her leg as she was deciding whether she was going to step. She gets fooled. Friendly stays tense, however. Runner takes off, hit and run, popped up, foul out of play. Runner heads back. They don't try it again here. Ball misses low and away. And another one. 2-1 count to Rubio, who's 1 for 1 with a single. And he hits one to right field. It gets down and past the sliding right fielder. Misplay from Edison Fair. Rounding third and will hold as Rubio thought he was moving to third base. He had himself a triple if there was nobody on. But instead, it's a big double. Misplay from the right fielder puts 2 on and only 1 out for Zeke Price, who walked last time and scored on the Guevara home run. First pitch swinging on the fastball is missed. Fouled straight back. Misses low on the ball. Slider catches the corner. 40 pitches for Friendly. Popped up in foul territory, but playable. Getting over to that one is Porchetto, who catches that. That's a really bad miss for Zeke Price in a big situation. With 2 in scoring position, now there's 2 outs, and Dennis, who's tense after striking out, will come up to the plate. Takes a strike. We cannot let Vern get out of this. This game's too close to to let these runs sit there. And good attempt there from Dennis to pull down the line, but he misses. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Ball outside. Full count here. And Dennis will ground to second base. That'll end the inning. God, he's been our all-star. He has been missing out on opportunities in a big way this early season. And that might have been the difference maker in this ball game. If we lose this game, especially by 1 or 2, to know that we had both of them sitting there in that situation is really, really tough. And Hogwash has to settle in after giving up the run in the second. She's got to help out the offense here as Henson's tense. 2-2 count. She misses low. It's full. She catches the top of the zone, a strikeout, and might have been the first of her day here. We'll see in just a second. Yep, that was her first strikeout of the day. Great pitch at the top of the zone there. That slider catches the corner. 1-1 count and a grounder to short. Guevara has to hurry with Sprinter down the line, and he still makes the play. He makes that look really easy as he has filled in very nicely on the defensive side of things for Flip Bauer. The offense is already coming in spades for the young shortstop. And a base hit to right field gets pulled through. And that'll put 1 on with 2 outs for Edison Fair. He made a pretty big defensive blunder in the last inning in right field. Unfortunately for us, it didn't end up meaning anything. He is tense. Betting 250 on the year with tier 2 outside pitch. And Hogwash is testing the outside part of the plate. I don't like it. Another one there. 2-2, 2 outs. Edison pulls one foul early on the swing. And inside, and that's going to be fouled back too. Over 44 pitches now for Blue. Another foul ball. Let's just get through the third here, Blue. And that one's lofted into left field, playable for get wrecked, and that'll end the inning. So Blue through 3 has given up 1 run on 4 hits. The home run from Joshua Splits is the only blemish in her box score today. Port Guevara comes up 1 for 1 with the 2-run homer. That's been the scoring for the Tundras today. 1-1 count. Friendly still going strong here in the third. We'll see if he lasts the inning as he strikes out Port Guevara. A little bit of that veteran presence for you. Valencia comes up, locked in still. He is 1 for 1 with a single. Still has a contact versus righties trait. He takes a ball just at the bottom of the zone. Late on that one, it's going to tail foul down the right field line. Good idea. 1-1 count. Brock takes another ball, just missing the bottom of the zone again is Friendly. He fouls off. 2-2 count. And grounder hit hard, but right to Joshua Splits at first base. 2 quick outs. And Dennis Shoei, who has a single today. We'll see if he can get out of his tense mojo. Now has to face off against Delmar Tannen, who is a very formidable foe and has been a thorn in our sides. Tough spot for Shoei here. Tannen not having a great start to the year with a 6.75 ERA. It doesn't mean anything against us because as you saw Shoei's just strike out on about 3 pitches there. That was disappointing. God, it's so frustrating to watch us struggle like that. And fun fact, I was just looking at this as Ellen Booth comes in at nearly full stamina. See how many innings she goes against Joshua Splits. I think this is the right call. And she falls behind early 2-0. Josh hits one up the middle, and that's a base hit. Single to start the inning. One of few hits that that Ellen Booth has given up in these last couple of years. I wanted to mention that pitching-wise, the all-star for the Chompers in Season 2 was Vern Friendly. The first and third season was Chuck Drummond for the Chompers. He's from the bullpen. I don't know if he's still there or not. 2-2 count here for Benson, who's locked in. And a slow grounder to second base. Shoei will just take the easy out at first. And that'll drop Drake back down to neutral mojo, which is good since he's the catcher. Harder for him to throw out runners with a lower arm rating. Runner on second with 1 out. And Fitzpatrick comes up. He's tense. Pops up. Foul territory. Valencia chasing after it. Will catch it. Right in front of the Chomper dugout. Good hustle for him getting into position. Now Cern Tedson comes up. Average at 429. Dodgy play from Rubio there to no avail with a going foul. And with 2 down and a runner on second, we'll see. And Ellen does get out of it. She gets the grounder to second base. And Shoei was already shaded up the middle. He gets it right in position, and that'll end the inning. So great job from Ellen, who gives up a base hit to lead off the inning, and then it gets the next 3 batters out in order. We'll see what we can get out of Kanan Carson, who struck out last time. If he can get on base, this might be an opportunity to get a runner in scoring position quickly, as Drake has just lost his mojo behind the plate, and Kanan Carson with the Steeler trade. Instead, he strikes out from Tannen. Classic Tundra baseball right now. We can get runners on, but we cannot follow through. I wish there was a left on base total at the end of these ball games in the box score as well. 2-2 count for Amos Getrek, who singled in his first at bat, and he strikes out. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Delmar Tannen, and he has come in and just shut down the Tundra's offense, replacing Vern Friendly. And Emily Mendez, who's going to need a day off, as she's now tense. She struck out in her last at bat. She takes a strike here. Ball misses inside on the slider. Her ball is fouled straight back. That was her pitch, and she missed it. And this one gets pulled into right field. She finally finds her base hit. First hit of her Tundra career. She'll be on first with below average speed with 2 outs. And Rubio coming up 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He's locked in. Red hot, I think 5 straight hits now, dating back to the last game. Maybe even further if we go to game 1. 2-1. And Rubio with another base hit as that one gets off the glove. And heading to third base is Mendez. Good read there as she saw it got too far away from the second baseman. Great diving attempt from Jagger McMillan, but he comes up just short And that'll allow, I don't think they're going to count that as an error. They don't. So 2 on the corners with 2 outs. Zeke Price with clutch activated in a high-pressure situation. He popped up into foul territory last time. This is his moment. Rubio takes off for second, and easily, they don't even apply the tag, as now 2 in scoring position, and they're going to intentionally walk Zeke Price. That's going to bring up Jacques Dennis, who's 0 for 2, and average dropping down to 250 now. High pressure. Now, while he's tense right now, it doesn't mean he still can't come through for the team. I don't feel good about him right now. It was a smart move for the Chompers, but a dagger for us, as he has been our all-star for the last 2 seasons. 2-1 count, bases loaded, 2 outs. That was not a strike. Come on, ump. And a ground ball to second base will end the inning once again, and Jacques Dennis needs a day off too. This has been miserable for us. Again, what is that now? 5 runners left on base just in the last 2 innings. And 4 of those 5 were in scoring position. So it's just so frustrating. It's still 2-1. Ellen Booth stays in for the top of the 5th. First pitch swinging. Gets the pop up to left center field, and Zeke Price will haul it in.
Center fielder, number 21, Everett Henson.
Henson, 0 for 1, tense. Ellen Booth will missile that strike in. 16 pitches into her outing here today. She might have 1 inning left, which has me a bit worried for the 6th. And she gets a strikeout there. Nice pitch as that one tailed far in on the hands, and Henson couldn't help himself. Tough spot here is Porchetto, the leadoff hitter, is still locked in. And we're in a high-pressure situation, so that locked-in mojo does a little bit more. But Ellen Booth is now locked in, too. 0-2 count, over 20 pitches for Ellen now. And a ground ball up the middle. Porchetto will reach base. A 2-out single, and that'll force Ellen back to neutral mojo, and it'll force her to throw at least 1 more pitch. Max pressure here. Porchetto's going to have a huge boost in his speed, but so does Valencia with his locked-in arm behind the plate. We'll see if they try and test him. But pitch out, they're thinking about it too. They throw the changeup, 2-1 count. Come on, Ellen. You're getting really tired here. Runner takes off. Valencia throws down. Not in time. Stolen base for Porchetto. He's in scoring position. Potential winning run. Tying run. Instead, the strikeout to Rasmussen ends the inning. Great pitching from Ellen Booth. I don't know what we're going to do in the 6th, but what I will tell you is we need insurance. Pork 1 for 2 with a home run, a 2-run homer, and the only scoring for the Tundras today. He also struck out in his last at-bat against Al Martanen, who is already over 30 pitches now and getting very tired. 1-2 count. Pork strikes out looking again. What are you thinking, man? High pressure for Brock Valencia, who's locked in. He's 1 for 2 with a single, and he's going to have to face off against Naya Mayo. She's locked in. Hasn't allowed an earned run. She's at half stamina. 0.75 whip, 3 strikeouts early in the season. And Valencia will get a base hit up the middle, so another man aboard with 1 out. We'll see what we can do with this, if anything. Bottom of the 5th, and we just want a little bit of insurance here. Would be a great time for Dennis Shoei in a max pressure situation to give us that insurance with 1 swing of the bat here. As that's offsetting the tense mojo. He did get a hit already today. Batting 125 now in the year. Ball misses low. Mayo's going to get really tired really fast here as that one misses inside. Good eye from Shoei. Ball misses high. 3-1 count. Come on, Dennis. This is your pitch. Oh, and he knew it. He gets well ahead of it, pulls it way foul, but boy, was that a blast. And Dennis, being patient, works the walk. He passes it to the next guy. Max pressure. This is where you see Patrick Beal come in. Instead, they're going to let Carson pitch for himself, or hit for himself. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, I believe. He falls behind 0-2 here. Already at 10 pitches is Mayo, and she is exhausted. Still locked in despite the walk. She gets the strikeout. Come on, Kanan. Yeah, this is more than enough for me to say we need to get rid of him and move on to God, what was the other guy's name?
Now pitching.
Navy Finley or something?
Bango.
Janaya Bango, former Tundra, comes up. She has Tier 3 Wild Thing, so she has regressed a bit. And Get Wrecked is Tier 3 clutch activated right now. You need to come up clutch here for us. With 2 on and 2 outs, we need insurance. He checks and holds ball 1. Holy shit. Right down. Oh, man, just misses outside. 2-2, 2 outs. Come on, Amos. And off the end of the bat, lofted into left center field. It is going to drop. Rounding set third and heading home. Zeke Price moves to, Zeke Price scores. No, not Zeke. Who was on second? Oh, Valencia scores. Shoei moves to third. And we do get 1 insurance run. Amos comes through. 2 clutch runners on base right now. With 2 outs for Mendez. She got a base hit in her last at-bat, but still tense. She swings over the top of that one. Ball misses high. Oh, strikes 2 swinging. And strike 3. Oh, my God. Between Mendez and Kanan, Carson, and Jacques Dennis, and even up until today, Dennis Shoei, it is just so frustrating watching these players that have talent just not do it. This is a great move. We're in a high-pressure situation. Quincy Healthy comes in with a 3-1 lead in the top of the 6th. Just needs to get through 3 outs here. Edison Fair starts things off well tense. Number 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for the Chompers. 2-2 count. And Fair will get one just past the diving glove of Porcovara. Leadoff man aboard. Fair goes back to neutral mojo. And Joshua Splits, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a home run, will come up to the plate with a chance to tie it with 1 swing of the bat. We'll see if Quincy can avoid that. His first appearance of the year. Strike catches the top. It's a 1-1 count. Joshua checks on strike 2. And Splits fouls one back, just missing there. Off the end of the bat, and it's fouled down the right field line. We'll do it again, 1-2. Strike 3 called. Great pitch from Quincy Healthy. Dials it up on the top outside part of the plate and just catches the corner. Splits was frozen. Drake comes up 1 for 2. Max pressure now. First pitch swinging, foul. Swings through strike 2. And checking and holding on a fastball high. Inside, swings through strike 3. Quincy Healthy with another strikeout. With 2 down, a runner on first. Potential tying run at the plate here. Gene Fitzpatrick, who's 0 for 2 intense. Clutch still at max pressure. Ball misses high on the curve. Come on, Quincy. Gets a strike. Low and away. Fitzpatrick swings at one, pulls a foul down to their last strike. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The fans are on their feet. Fouled off, staying alive is Fitzpatrick. Doesn't swing at a pitch low and away. It's 2-2. And fouled off, staying alive again is Fitzpatrick. Over 20 pitches for Quincy here. Fouled back again. Good battle here for Fitzpatrick, putting everything he has into this at-bat. It's going to be a grounder. Big hop to Guevara at the edge of the grass. And he's going to toss it to first to end the inning and the ball game. The Tundras win their 3rd game in a row to start the season. And what a game it was. We had 10 hits. We were only able to manage 3 runs there. We had too many runners left on base. And we have too many holes in this lineup right now. Right now we just celebrate the win, but there is need for improvement. There is areas of opportunity on this team. And I don't know what we're going to do when everybody has to sit. 3-1. We beat the Chompers. Screw them. They get the home run off of Splits early in the 2nd inning. Actually, leadoff home run against Hogwash. And for us, it was a 2-run shot from Porcovara in the 1st. And then the RBI single from Get Wrecked all the way in the 5th inning are going to be the difference in this ball game. 3 for 3 day for Rubio. He looked great. Average up to 714. I can't believe that. Zeke Price 0 for 1, but he also reached base twice on 2 walks. 1 intentional, 1 unintentional. He scored a run. A 2 for 3 day from Valencia with a run scored. 2 for 3 day from Amos with the RBI. Mendez gets her first hit. Shoei gets his first hit. He also walks once. That might be the turning point for him. Unfortunately, I don't like that he didn't get out of his tense mojo. Carson 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Absolutely ugly. Who else? Jacques Dennis 0 for 3. His average down to 222 has been incredibly disappointing early in this season from our former All-Star. Vern Friendly gets the loss, 2 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 1 home run. Great pitching from the bullpen. Mayo does give up that last hit, but unfortunately for her, she just got stuck in a really bad situation. She was exhausted, and Get Wrecked was clutch. He came through. Blue gets a no decision, 4 hits in 1 earned run. It was a solo home run. In 3 innings pitched, she got 1 strikeout. Ellen Booth has been amazing. She gets another win, and 2 wins in 3 games so far. She goes 2 innings, giving up 2 hits and striking out 2. And Quincy Healthy gets the save. He goes 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. This is exactly how I wanted it to lay out. I think Blue getting 3 innings is great. I think Ellen coming in and getting 2 is awesome. And to go to Quincy Healthy and for him to shut things down the way he did, oh man, that's exactly what we want from this team. So it's going to go Splits, Guevara, and Rubio are your top 3 for this ball game, and the Tundras are 3-0. This is going to be a really, really interesting matchup heading into our next game. Between these two, you know what? I'm going to make this decision based on the production, and right now Blue had a much better first start than Connor did. Connor's probably going to get some development because we won't give any to Blue, so let's give her some loyalty here. After a great start, maybe that'll help her through the rest of this year. Between these two, I'd like to dock both of their loyalty, but right now we're going to focus on Carson because he is on his way out the door. And we know we've seen success from Dennis in the past. Now, I'm going to boost the loyalty of Christian Black here because he's sitting at like $2.9 million in his salary, and if we can keep him happy, he might continue to come back and be a really good defensive option. He's probably going to get the start in the next one. All right, so simming ahead, the Cutters and the Tundra sitting at the top of the Earth division at 3-0. Right now, the Cutters have the lead in the division just due to run differential, but that's who we're playing next. And if you take a look at the schedule, it is a doubleheader. We will be at home. No, Magnus Rivas will not be pitching. It'll be Tenley Knight in this first game. But we're going to have to go against Gabriella Potter in that second game, and I am very nervous. We've had the upper hand on the Cutters for a few seasons, but they have gotten some vengeance on us. We know that they're what they're capable of, and they are a good team this year, so I am pretty nervous for this one. We'll fix the pitching situation in just a moment, but let's see what happens since the game ended, because I do need to be quick about the rest of this video here. So, development for Ellen Booth. Holy shit, to get specialist, lefty specialist would be fine, but I think that would be absolutely one of those traits that we want to go after. So let's do that one here in just a second. +5 contact for Demi, so she's up to a B- in the free agent pool. Again, she's trying to tempt us to bring her in. Mark McKenzie with some development, we will probably consider that. Holden Stiffbottom loses 4 junk at 30 years old. Hate to see him regressing a bit there. I don't think that'll be too substantial, but we definitely don't want to see that as a trend going forward. Glade Whitehead goes to the Streamliners. They drop a relief pitcher who won't mean anything to us. Rivas loses 1 velocity, so again, glad we're not sending him out to the mound. Mendez with the contact opportunity, and of course, we're not going to do that. She needs it, though. Trail Barnswell gets dropped with tier 3 tough out. I'm going to look at him in a second here, but that power is much lower than I'd like it to be. Rubio with a chance to develop his arm. We want to do that. Stafford, the 42-year-old, regressing. No surprise there. And after a great performance, Blue loses some accuracy, unfortunately. And development for Quincy. So we have some good development options here. This one I like. This one I definitely want to do. No to Mendez. I'd like to do this one as well, but we'll wait until the next game here. Brock, I will hold off on doing, and then Rubio, I want to do this, but we'll do it in the next game. Both of those are pretty cheap, so that's good. So let's do this one for Ellen Booth, and we'll do this one for Quincy Healthy. That'll be what we do here. 25% chance for Specialist. Come on, Ellen. You know you want it. You know you want it. Let's do it. Come on. She'll lose 2 junk. That's fine. She gets the bonus accuracy, +4, now +8, up to 92. She does not get Specialist. That's okay. I would have preferred reverse splits for her. If she gets reverse splits, will be the best pitcher I've ever had in any game, in any franchise I've ever done here. And she's now an A+ when she gets that +8 accuracy boost. So I love her career path so far. She has developed so well for us. She's at half stamina, so she probably won't show up in this next game. Let's do this for Quincy, so he could use a little bit of an extra boost, and this is no rolls. Just 1, 1, 2 right across the board. That'll bump him up to a B, so a lot of progression from the bullpen there. That's lovely to see. And I did want to go check out, so Royal Finley was the guy we were talking about a moment ago. But let's look at our first base options here. Trail Barneswell. I'm going to put a star on him. I'm not sold. Tough Out is wonderful, of course, but the power being at 46 is what I'm a little hesitant about. There's Skylar Pratt here, who's 37. So here's the thing, guys. What are we doing with Jacques Dennis? Do we just have him battle it out? He's 38 years old. Is this the start of his regression? If we were to go with Skylar Pratt, we'd save a lot of money. It'd be a 1-for-1 on chemistry. We drop in power and contact, but we gain speed. We lose some fielding and we gain some arm, which doesn't really matter. Oh, I don't know what to do. The other option again is we could honestly go with Royal Finley. Shit, I was gonna say we could go with Royal Finley over Jacques Dennis, but I don't like that idea because then we don't have a primary first baseman. I know we've been using Rubio, but then we still have Kane and Carson on the team. The only good news about doing this move would be that we could wait a little bit longer, get Royal down to the same price as Jacques, and that wouldn't hurt our budget as much. Yeah, we have a little bit of time here to bring him in. With the negative trait, it's also something that I don't think others will be chasing. And we get just a slight downgrade in power and contact, but we upgrade everything else. And then we just keep Rubio at first base, and then we could shuffle in Get Wrecked, Price. Oh, those are the only two that can go into play first base if we bring in Royal Finley. I still think we make this move here. We drop Carson for Finley. Carson's been really rough to watch. Mendez is another player I want a quick look at. So Mendez is crafty. Be easier if we just do a 1-for-1, and that really could be. Honestly, I think this is the time, folks. I think we go Demi for Mendez. Demi just got a contact boost. She's 29 years old. She's a great fielder in right field, so she can be reliable, even more reliable than a Mendez in that spot in right field. We lose 5 contact, 10 power, but we gain speed, fielding, and a slight drop in arm. We get the Stealer trait, which will help us to offset losing Carson, and it'll actually let us make the move for Carson right now, as we'd be dropping so much from getting rid of Mendez. Honestly, I'm sick of seeing her struggle, and I think that I'm willing to make this move, but you know what? I will have time in between this video and the next one to get your feedback, so I am going to leave this to you all. Please, if you're watching this video, let me know my decision, what I'd like to make, and if I don't get any consensus, I'll decide on my own, but I'll give it a little bit of time. This will be a move I make at the beginning of the next episode if we do it, before we play the cutters. My decision is to bring in Trampelson for Mendez. If we do that, we lose fastball hitter and bad ball hitter, which doesn't mean anything if she can't hit the ball anyways. And we save $3.5 million. We get a little bit younger. We do lose the switch hitter and the switch hitter. Holy shit, this is the first time noticing that every hitter in our lineup is a righty. Good thing there's no specialists or reverse splits in this game. That's a problem for next year. We're not going to worry about that right now. So if we get rid of Mendez for Trampleson, then we get an upgrade as a defender. We lose a slight drop in power and contact, but right now it can't be worse than what Mendez is doing. So I'm not really worried about it. We've seen Trampleson play in the past. I think she could play really well if she comes back. And that would also lead with a corresponding move of bringing in Royal Finley, who's at 6.5 of his 7.1, so we could bring him in right now to replace Kanan Carson, who needs a seat. He's done. 1.8 million to bring him in, and that's worth it. It would just be a 1-for-1 on the third base option. That would actually give us a switch hitter, so I could have us batting somebody from the left side. With a -4 in contact, we get plus 36 in power. We'll lose the speed. That's fine. The fielding is fine. As that stays the same, and a slight drop in arm. But this could be where we bring in Christian Black to play third base as a starter, and then Royal Finley can be our DH to give Jacques Dennis a day off. And speaking of Jacques, we don't really have any viable options at first base right now. Maybe it's Barneswell later, but the easy decision if we were to go this route would be Skylar Pratt for Jacques Dennis. I don't think it's a good idea for us to pull the plug on Jacques just yet. We can give him a day off and see if he can settle back in. But that is another option to consider, and that would give us even more money to go towards development. So let me know what you think. I am leaning towards bringing in Trampleson for Mendez, bringing in Finley for Carson, and we'll hold on to Jacques Dennis for right now. But I want to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and let me know down below. I don't think there's really... I'll do this really quick too. As far as spirited players as a 1-for-1 move with Jacques Dennis, we could bring in Genevieve Stafford, but I don't think that's a good idea. She's 42 and regressing. Clutch is appealing, but it's just not an option for us. So let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, which I hope you did, with a big win against the Chompers. Every time we beat them, I'm happy. That is where that puts us at 3-0 on the season. An incredible start. Look at that. 4 players are 10s right now. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Black to replace Carson. We'll bring in Corona here, and we'll flip-flop, get wrecked in Corona. This is just the plan for right now if we don't make any moves. And for DH, let's put Dennis Shoei at DH. Oh, you know what we can do, actually?
Member-supported radio. Super mega radio.
We could DH Blue Hogwash.
Is your ink what you think?
Or even
At Back Alley Needles, every tattoo tells a
Magnus
story.
Rivas, but I think
Maybe
Hogwash
you
is the better
want.
option. We'll bring in
Back
Tenley
Alley
Knight to be the
Needles.
starter here.
Trust us.
So Blue Hogwash DHing, that's at least an option if we don't make a move. And even if we do make those other moves, we could still start with Blue Hogwash here if we really felt we needed to. I'm going to move Valencia up to the 3 spot, Guevara behind. Let's bring Get Wrecked up to the 5 spot. Then let's give Shoei a chance at 6, followed by Blue, then Christian, and then Anaya Corona getting a start in left field, unless we bring in Trampleson. I'll let you all make that decision. And in a big game against the Cutters, I think this is a perfect time for a whiteout. Let's do it for the full doubleheader. These whiteout jerseys look really clean. Okay, need your feedback. Please let me know down below what you're thinking. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. If you are enjoying the content and you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Working on trying to get to 150 subscribers. We are just there. We just need a couple of more subscriptions from you all if you can. Again, I just do this as a hobby, but I really appreciate all of you that engage with the channel. It helps me kind of know what you guys like about what we do here. And if you have any thoughts, ideas around what we do with this team, and if you have any thoughts or ideas for other potential options for this channel, would love to hear it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye, everybody.